All right, after widely being reported earlier in the week, including on this channel, it looked like it was a done deal. JJ Redick to become the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Adrian Wojnarowski drops a Woj bomb on us out of left field that I don't think really anybody had in mind, and that was Dan Hurley. Yes, the two-time back-to-back national championship winning head coach of the UConn Huskies is the front runner now to become the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. He flew out to LA, was meeting with the Lakers today. He informed his team yesterday that he was interviewing for the job, and the Lakers are apparently prepared to give him a massive, quote-unquote, long-term contract offer to land him as the team's newest head coach. And I think this is a really, really interesting development. Like I said, they said they've been targeting him from the beginning, but there was essentially zero reporting. I would say zero reporting on Hurley potentially leaving for the Lakers. And he would already come up multiple times in this offseason, like for the Kentucky job. He said he is not coaching at any other college. Now, he did go to talk about how he did have interest in possibly coaching in the NBA. Hurley's still a young guy. He's in his 50s. Early 50s. I think he's 51. But he talked about how nobody in the NBA is coaching like he is, and they're not ready for that. Now, he said he's not ready for it either. He would want to develop some more coaching skills before he makes that jump to the NBA. And a big key in this is his wife also. He joked about how his wife would divorce him if he moved him out again. She's an East Coast lady. They're an East Coast family. They want to stay on the East Coast. But, you know, if you're getting a massive contract offer that sounds like it may not even be close, I think maybe walking down the shops on Rodeo Drive, buying a new purse or something like that, make you feel a little bit better. Plus, who doesn't love LA? The winters in LA are a hell of a lot better than the winters in Connecticut on the East Coast. But Hurley just signed a 6-year extension after his first national championship last season, and it was a 6-year, $32.1 million extension, so paying him north of $5 million per year, putting him in the top 10 of college basketball coaches. Obviously, he goes to win back-to-back titles this year, first time since 06 and 07, and he was in talks to get a new extension to make him, I'm assuming, the highest paid basketball coach. But UConn ain't like that, man. UConn really only generates revenue from an athletic standpoint with their basketball team. They don't have a football team. I'm pretty sure they don't have them anymore. They may have used to have them, but they don't have football on any sort of real scale. So it's all about the men's and women's basketball for the Huskies. And they just ain't got that kind of cash. And this is an interesting development we've seen with now Jim Harbaugh in the college football going to the NFL after winning a national championship. College coaches are getting kind of sick and tired of the new NIL era. It's recruiting 24/7, year after year. You have to worry about keeping your players, trying to bring them in-house, getting in transfers, losing transfers. Who's going to pay them the most NIL money? And it's just getting way too exhausting and not rewarding enough for these college coaches. So why wouldn't you try and go to the NBA? Now, the NBA has all sorts of other issues to deal with, but they're saying a massive contract that's not even close. He's already making north of $5 million. So we're going to be looking at like the $10 million, a 6-year, $10 million per, maybe $12 million per to get Hurley all the way out to LA. And this also marks an interesting development in LeBron James. LeBron's going to be a free agent this offseason. He's going to opt out of his contract. He's probably going to demand a max. I don't know if you can pay LeBron a max contract at 40 years old and try and build around him and then transfer into Anthony Davis, leading the team long-term. Anthony Davis is starting to get up there in age. He's in his 30s. It's getting to the point where you kind of have to be all in soon rather than later, but the West is super stacked with young talent. The Nuggets are still going to be good. The Timberwolves, the Thunder, the Mavs probably still going to be great as long as they have Luka. They'll figure that out. So there's a lot of uncertainty with this Lakers job. I think if they give Hurley this long-term guarantee, potentially they could lose LeBron. I'm not sure how interested LeBron is in winning anymore. We've talked about this. Maybe he goes out east, tries to win another title. Maybe he'll just stay. But I think Hurley's going to be very aggressive, very demanding, kind of like basketball used to be. Basketball has become this ultimate player-run sport. They don't really work hard. They don't practice a lot. They don't do this. They don't do that in season. And Hurley's not going to have any of that nonsense. And he's done a great job of rebuilding rosters year after year, taking things over. Now, like he said, he's going to have to bring his guys with him. The X's and O's are something he needs to work on. And nobody's really tried this in the NBA, or at least nobody's doing it. And we've seen the success it's had in the college game. But I think this would be a bold move by the Lakers. I like this move a lot better, even though I like the JJ Redick move. I like this from a long-term standpoint with the Lakers. You drop the bag, you get Hurley. Hurley's committed for 6 to 7 years. Hopefully it works. You try it, you rebuild, you start over, because you got to get stuck. You got to get out of this kind of stuck in the, mediocrity to decent to good. You got your championship. I know LA, it sucks. It was in the bubble. You probably would have won that title that year anyway. Everybody forgets that the Lakers were the number one team in the NBA before the shutdown. And it kind of just took all the wind out of their sails. They haven't done anything since there. They got to the Western Conference Finals, but got swept by Denver. They haven't really been competitive with Denver. They're competitive in the games, but they can't win those games whatsoever. And maybe you get rid of AD. Maybe you totally start over, acquire all the assets. But I would think you go with AD, try and build around him. He was really healthy this year. He was excellent. Maybe should have been defensive player of the year. I don't know. I kind of like Wemby, though. Also, nobody likes Gobert. That's for a fact. So Dan Hurley interviewing with the Lakers, potentially now the front runner to become the head man in Los Angeles. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a good move, a better move than the JJ Redick move? What does this mean for LeBron's future? Is LeBron going to stay and go with it, or is he out of town now and the Lakers start fresh with Anthony Davis? Let me know what you guys think. If you haven't already, drop a quick like on this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We got new sports content every single day. If you want to support the channel more, sign up for a channel membership. You get all sorts of cool perks, exclusive access to videos, help support me, allows me to keep making this great content for you guys every single day. Again, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.